Chapter 7.7. Find the inverse of a matrix. In this problem, we are given the matrix of A and the matrix of B, and then we have to prove they're the inverse of each other. We can do this by multiplying them together. And if the product equals to the identity, then they're inverse. Because the matrix A and matrix B are 2 by 2, so the identity is also going to be 2 by 2. So it's 1, 1, 0, 0. For matrices, the order in multiplication actually matters. So matrix A times matrix B doesn't always equal to matrix B times matrix A. Alright, so now let's multiply. So let's multiply matrix A and B together. So when we multiply matrices, it's going to be row 1 times column 1. So we have negative 1 times negative 7 plus 6 times negative 1. Move on to multiplying row 1 with column 1. So it's going to be negative 1 times negative 6 plus 6 times negative 1. And then we're going to do the same thing. So it's going to be row 2 times column 1. So we have 1 times negative 7. So 1 negative 7 plus negative 7 times negative 1. Negative 7, negative 1. And then we're going to do the same thing again. So row 2 times column 2. So you have 1 times negative 6 plus negative 7 times negative 1. Alright, let's multiply. So negative 1 times negative 7, that's positive 7. 7 plus negative 6 equals to 1. And then negative 1 times negative 6, that's positive 6 plus negative 6 equals to 0. And then we have negative 7 plus positive 7 equals to 0. And then negative 6 plus positive 7 equals to 1. So these are going to be our answers. And then this is the identity. So 1 and then 0 and then 0 and then 1. Now we are going to multiply matrix B with matrix A. It's pretty much the same thing, but just different values. So let's do this again. So we have row 1 times column 1. So we have negative 7 times negative 1 plus negative 6 times 1. And then we have row 1 times column 2. And it goes right here. So we have negative 7 times 6 plus negative 6 times negative 7. And then I'm going to multiply row 2 with column 1. So that's negative 1 times negative 1 plus negative 1 times 1. Moving on, we have row 2 times column 2. So we have negative 1 times 6 and negative 1 times negative 7. So that equals to positive 7 plus negative 6, which equals to 1. And then that's negative 42 plus positive 42, which equals to 0. And then we have positive 1 plus negative 1, which equals to 0. And then negative 6 plus positive 7, which equals to 1. So these are the answer. And you will notice this is the same numbers as the identity 1001. So the answer is 1 0 0 1. And this is the final answer.